What's going on, guys? Charge it up here in the garage with the R6. Okay, so I've been periodically asked this question over the last couple of years, and most recently this past winter season. What question am I talking about? Should I start my bike during the winter season and let it idle for 15 to 20 minutes? And when you first think about it, it's not really that big of a question. You either start it or you don't. You either winterize your bike or you don't. Over the past couple of years, I've heard random comments at bike meets or just randomly talking to some people here and in the motorcycle community. I'm not gonna winterize my bike. Why am I gonna winterize my bike for? I'm just gonna normally start it every week during the winter time, at least 3 or 4 times a month, and I'll do that until spring arrives. There's no need to winterize it. Okay, bro, you do you. It's your bike, it's your decision. You do what you want to do. However, in my opinion, doing that is totally ineffective, and you're more likely to cause serious damage to your bike than anything else, to be completely honest with you. And here's why. Starting your engine during the winter season is the worst thing you can do. Yes, of course, these components are made to be used, but keep in mind that the lubrication system on a motorcycle is not working to 100% until the bike is technically up to its optimal riding temperature or it's warmed up. Remember, you would be starting your engine in the middle of winter. It doesn't really matter if it's middle, beginning, or end of winter. It's still colder than normal. Most of the time, it's probably going to be likely freezing if you're doing it throughout the entire winter time. So you're looking at freezing temperatures, and as you're doing this, all the engine components, parts, everything is completely cold. The oil is also cold. When you start a cold engine, the oil pressure first needs to build up, which on most modern motorcycles may take a couple seconds here and there, and you'll see that from the actual oil light that comes up on your dash. So as you start your engine, most components in your bike's engine are actually just running off of residual oil left over. And that's the case with all modern motorcycles until obviously that oil starts coming. Pretty much all bearing wear on modern motorcycles occurs on startup. Now, even after the oil has reached maximum pressure, some parts of the system actually are still not receiving the full amount of oil that they should be. Cold oil doesn't flow well at all. And I hardly doubt that people that are doing this actually have oil in their motorcycles made for winter seasons. Most commonly, you'll probably have a 10W40 or a 5W30 or something like that in your motorcycle, and not something meant for winter season. Not to mention that when you start the motorcycle and things are warming up, the oil is getting splashed everywhere, but it's actually being cooled down by the colder parts of your motorcycle. Also, you have to be mindful that during the colder season or winter season, it's actually going to take the motorcycle longer to get up to the optimal temperature. It's going to take a lot longer because everything else is colder around. When you're starting your motorcycle during the winter time, it's actually a lot more stress that you're putting on the starter motor as well. I'll quickly throw out another reason not to. As an example, you started your bike. It's been now running for 15 to 20 minutes, 25 minutes just to get it warmed up. Obviously, maybe on your driveway, in your garage with the door open, hopefully. And now everything is good to go, and you're like, all right, well, I'm done. And you turn off your motorcycle. The quick change in temperature from being hot to stupid cold could cause a lot of issues for you. There's such a huge temperature change that it goes from nice and warm all the way down to freezing so quickly that it can actually cause cracks in your crankcase or other components of your motorcycle engine. So to me, that's reason number one, and it's a big reason not to actually start your engine. Let's move on to another good reason. Now, some people think that this next reason is why they want to start their motorcycle. Most people say, well, I'm going to start my bike for 15-20 minutes and I'm going to charge the battery. I don't want to take the battery out of the bike or anything like that. I don't want the battery to die, so I'm going to turn my bike on and I'm going to let the battery charge for 15-20 minutes while it's idling on the driveway. That's incorrect. It will not charge the battery whatsoever. The electrical system on a modern motorcycle is pretty modest, and usually a simple idling bike will not be charging the motorcycle battery at all. If you have a voltmeter, you can actually check this on your motorcycle for yourself. You can grab your voltmeter, put it on the connections of the battery, and just look at it. Just look at the voltage that it's actually being put out while your bike is idling. And then just hit that throttle. Hit that throttle just a tiny bit. And as you hit that throttle and you go by 2,000, 3,000, 4,000 RPMs, you'll see that there's a lot more voltage being put into the battery at that point. Starting the bike is literally the hardest thing that the battery has to do. For a motorcycle battery to actually start charging, you have to be riding your motorcycle between 15 to 30 minutes. That's a good charge. That's actually putting a good charge back into the battery Now, there are other reasons not to start your motorcycle in the winter seasons, but these two, I think, are the biggest, in my opinion, why not to start your motorcycle. I have previously done how to winterize your motorcycle in 9 easy steps. I'll actually put that in the top right hand corner of the video. I'll also actually take that link and put it down in the description below. I've also done a battery maintenance video of what I do with the battery once the riding season here in Canada actually goes away. I'll put that link in the top right hand corner, and I'll put that link down in the description below if anybody wants to watch those. Alright guys, well I hope this video was educational or helpful to you in any way, shape, or form. I just thought a little bit more information for those people would actually help them decide on what to do, or in this case, what not to do. But once again, guys, it is your motorcycle. You can choose to do with it what you wish. I'm just saying, in my opinion, it's not a good thing to start your motorcycle in the winter seasons. Alright guys, thanks for watching. Hope you enjoyed this video. If you did, hit that like button, hit that subscribe button, and hit that notification bell for future videos with the R6. Into the next one, guys.